You can see in the Bible, in the past, God judged the world and He sent the destructions. And one thing is that every time that happened, God set aside the righteous and He let them flee the destruction. At the time of the Noah's flood, God let Noah make the ark to escape the judgment of water. And when Sodom and Gomorrah perished, God sent Lot, his angels, to help him escape. And now, as we get close to the end time, God will again send His judgment on the world. And this time, I believe He will once again set aside His righteous and let him flee God's judgment. And that events are the Great Tribulation and the judgment of the world by fire. It says here, Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, because you have kept my command to persevere, I will also keep you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon the whole world to test those who dwell on the earth. Now the Great Tribulation is the time when the people on the earth will be tested of their loyalty to God in the face of torture and death. So the Great Tribulation is the trial, test of time that will come upon the whole world to see which ones are the true servants of God. And for the righteous ones, because they have kept God's command to live by His word and to be loyal even unto death. Those ones, God knows that they are already true servants of God who don't need to be tested in the Great Tribulation. So for those, God will let them escape the time of testing that will come upon the whole world. But at the time of Noah, nobody believed him. And all the people on the earth, they thought Noah was crazy. And not many people was the part of a great escape plan by God. And same thing is happening nowadays. Nobody is worried about Great Tribulation, although it's talked about in the Bible. And then if they see you talking about Great Tribulation, they think you're crazy. I mean, even the Christians who know all these stories, they feel like it's all like fairy tales, and then it will be something that will happen a long time from now, and then they don't feel it in their skin, and they think those who talk about it, they think they are crazy, and they even persecute them. So I'm afraid not many will be part of that, the grand escape plan by God. And one thing you can notice is that at the time of Noah, only one family was allowed to escape. And same thing happened when Lot and his family escaped. So sometimes I wonder, same thing will happen, like only one family will escape the coming Great Tribulation. And also you can notice that at the time of Noah, Noah was a righteous person, but his family was not necessarily righteous. Because you can observe that one of his sons sinned after the flood. And same thing with Lot. You can see that Lot's wife turned into the pillar of salt. His daughters were wicked. But out of God's grace, He let the family of the righteous to flee also. So I believe that may be the case again at the time of Great Tribulation. So if a person in a family is righteous, maybe God will let the whole family escape the Great Tribulation. And after that, God will judge the whole world with fire. And before that, God will let His righteous escape at the judgment. And this time, God Himself will come to let His righteous escape by rapture. Now, a lot of people believe in the post-tribulation rapture. So they believe that all the people, no matter they are righteous or not, they will go through the God's judgment, including all the trumpet and bowl judgment. But God will for sure let His righteous escape His judgment. So in the coming Great Tribulation, it may be that not many will escape the Great Tribulation. But please pray that this time God will be gracious to let escape many families from Great Tribulation. And also I pray that God will be gracious to you and your family, and He will let many escape the coming Great Tribulation.